Helping tonight, a woman and her boyfriend critically hurt in a house fire this morning. The woman was trapped inside after her boyfriend ran out of the house screaming for help. 13 Action News anchor Jackie Kostick spoke to witnesses and is live right now near Jones and the 95 for us. Jackie.
Yeah, Trisha, it's calm out here now, but neighbors this morning described a frantic scene. A man with visible burns running out of the house screaming. Now, that man and a woman were taken to the hospital with critical injuries. And tonight, fire officials say they're still trying to figure out how this fire started. Just before 10 in the morning, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue responded to a house fire on View Drive near Jones and the 95.
When I opened the door, there was a guy, he was pounding next door and he was screaming on top of his lungs.
The man was pounding on the front door of Carlin Carlisi's family's home. Carlisi says it was her aunt's boyfriend at the door. He lives in the house next door with her aunt.
Well, at first I did hear screaming, but I didn't know it was him until I had opened the door and I saw his face looked burned, his hands were definitely burned, and he was screaming. He was also screaming my aunt's name, it was Carla.
Firefighters say both the man and woman were taken to UMC trauma with burns and smoke inhalation. The first alarm fire was mostly contained when fire investigators say radiant heat caused a tree behind the home to catch fire, briefly rekindling the flames. Officials say the fire required extra manpower and equipment because of the amount of things that were in the house, something Carlisi says is true.
It's very cluttered. There was a lot of, you could think it came out of an episode of Hoarders, because my grandmother, who also passed away about 4 years back or so, she always bought things from QVC and always piled up in that house, and I just don't think they really moved any of the items, which was okay. They kind of lived in that situation anyway, so they were used to living in all that, living in all those items, so I don't think they really did much about it.
Well, Trisha, as you can see, damage from this fire still very visible tonight. Now you can see those burn marks all around the front door of the house, and fire investigators say there is about $75,000 worth of damage, and of course those victims still at UMC trauma tonight with critical injuries. Jackie Kostick, 13 Action News.